One of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from KC. Tylan Wallace now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. In motion comes Andrews. Now the first carry for King Henry. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
In motion goes Likely. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The RPO, that one is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught, left side, it's complete. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down. He'll drop to throw. That's caught right side, it's Hopkins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught at the 3. he's in. Mark Andrews, touchdown Baltimore. It's his second touchdown of the year. The extra point is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. Working the right side, taken in by Rice.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. That's Tylan Wallace back to return. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Gonna go right back to Henry. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Brian Cook up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the 1st down. Good run. The drive continues. Hopkins sent in motion. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. The PAT up and good. And the Ravens move out on top, 14-0. Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Now, a carry for Hunt. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. So after one, it's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. Second down, 8 to go from the 28 as we are ready to get back underway. On the ground, this is Hunt. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, KC.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up, and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Mahomes now to throw again. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
And that one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Chiefs get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3. After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line, and that's where the offense will take the field. Sent in motion. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Jamari Connor there on the stop. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. It's going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have the Ravens' first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
That's caught. Derrick Henry.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. Oh, yeah. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Jackson up top again. This one complete to Bateman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down, they need 3. Again, it's Jackson. That is caught. What a throw. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Ravens move out to a 21-3 advantage. Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's a run with Hunt.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll try to get this one on the ground. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Chiefs first down. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Toward the boundary, Rice bringing it in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Now Mahomes. Got his man at the 6. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He's gonna air this one out. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Jaden Hicks. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reached the intermission. It has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. On the return, it's the rookie Xavier Worthy. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The third quarter begins with a run. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive.
And he's in! Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Now, for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens will extend this third quarter lead. Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands.
And he's into the end zone. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Get across the 10. That is it. And they'll be backed up to start this drive. They'll begin here on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. It's a pickup of 13 yards. And the Chiefs have a 1st down.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
A 1st down throw for Mahomes. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down. Hopkins sent in motion. He'll go again here with Henry. He'll push forward for about a yard. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. The returner will get away from it, and it's going to be marked down at the 15. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. That's caught by Hunt. Room to run past the 30. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes back. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years, Nnamdi Madubuike. What a first month he is putting together. That's his 4th sack already. Third and long for Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this 3rd quarter. Nnamdi Madubuike. He's proven to be hard to block as he gets to the quarterback for a 2nd consecutive play. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Here's Wallace to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. In motion comes Andrews. A give right up the middle to Henry. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do. He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and a yard. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a first down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up first down.
Jackson gonna keep it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now Lamar gonna hang on to it. He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's gonna be a loss of yardage. What a play.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc. And that's exactly what happened here.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Jackson now. Trying to set up the screen to Mitchell. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
On 4th down, out is the rookie Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens add on to their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Drive will start on the ground. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage. From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Here's Mahomes. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Chiefs' 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
That's complete to Royals. 19 more on that one, and another 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Well, they hook up again, 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
And the story of the game has really been the inability of the offensive line to keep this pass rush away from the quarterback. And it's a big reason they find themselves here trailing in the 4th quarter. So as they turn to this passing game to try to mount a comeback, they've got to do a better job protecting the quarterback.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. Oh, a loose football. One of the Ravens has it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.